Hi everybody, my name is Renee Burns and this is Module 5, Understanding My Community. I live in Ellis County, but Hays is kind of the bigger city, so that's what I'll be focusing on for our community throughout this module. All right, so our customs and traditions, we have two kind of separate. We have the public school system and then the private school. And so when I mentioned TMP, that's just our private school. But for homecoming, we have a parade for each TMP, Hays High, and Fort Hays State University. Oktoberfest is a very big event that brings in a lot of people, and that is aligned with our Fort Hays homecoming. Holiday celebrations, we have a big get-together across a span of several days for Wild West Fest, and that's the July 4th weekend. It has concerts and kind of like a rise and festivals similar to a fair. And then we have Frost Fest as well. Those are big holiday celebrations. And then the community suppers, definitely the VFW has weekly meals that they offer. We have Ellis County Fair, toy shows that come in I think twice a year, so biannual there, and then events at the mall. One of the really cool things that they offer for Hays residents is the art walks. I believe that's twice a year that we have those, and it's downtown on the bricks, and it's a really fun event. Downtown Hays Market, they have that every week during the summer months. Events at Sternberg. We host a lot of sporting events, whether it be wrestling, basketball, golfing. A lot of them are state tournaments. And one of our new places that has just opened back up is the Strand Theater, and they'll offer wedding venues, but also concerts, as well as the Fox Theater. We have Brews on the Bricks, which is a craft beer festival, and this year is our first year to offer ice skating downtown. I also put garage sales. It seems like a lot of outsiders come in the summer months for garage sales each week. The characteristics for our population, it definitely fluctuates when Fort Hays has their students here. So 20,956, the poverty rate is 18%. Our median household income is 48,000, and the median age range is 30 years old. White non-Hispanic is 89% of our population. The white Hispanic is a little over 3%, and you can see some of those other demographics there. However, I will say that my personal school has a much stronger variety. It's mostly white, but we do have a lot of Asians that come in because our school is very closely located to Fort Hays. And so we have the professors, children's come to our school, and then also we have a lot of doctor and nurse kids that take their kids to our school. Occupations. A lot of our people are employed by Hays Med, Fort Hays State University, NCK Tech. We have Hays Hair Academy here that brings in a lot of people. USD 49. We have a ton of farming, agricultural families with oil. City of Hays employs quite a bit of people. Our Walmart and our Dillons. Moving into like the technology, we have Eagle and we have Next Tech. And then our other big employer would be anything manufacturing. To communicate, we at our school, and I feel like throughout the district, do a lot of our communication through social media. Not only directly related to the schools, but just in general. The city and the county do a lot of social media as well. So Hays Post is, I think, geared to, they would like to be more like the Hays Daily News, but there's a ton of commenting and just opinion-based news that goes along with the Hays Post. And then Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then our building specifically does a lot through Seesaw. Broadcast media, we have Eagle Communication Television, and that's really declined, I feel, as of late, just because so many people are streaming their television. But if you do the local cable, you'll get the Eagle Communication Television, and that offers a lot of our school, the churches, communication. A lot of other entities go through Eagle Communication to broadcast their information. We have radio, and then the Hays Daily News is our newspaper. Offering a variety of desirable for reaching more people. Social media is definitely going to be the place that you're going to offer to a variety of people. The broadcast media, I just feel like doesn't really reach as many. Maybe it's just my age, but I feel like the families that are coming to our schools are getting a lot of their information through social media rather than the broadcast media. Social media is most effective and reaches the majority of the school-age families. With the click of a button, translation is available to non-English speakers, which in my building we have many families who are non-English speaking. And so that tool in and of itself, the translation part, is very helpful to them. Eagle communication has become ineffective as people are becoming comfortable streaming. So less and less people are using that. The school community groups are definitely our PTA, the site council, which reaches out to a lot of businesses throughout our community, and then the Spanish-speaking families. There's quite, in my school anyways, I wouldn't say that's the case for all of Hays, but in my school we have a big group that really like to stick together, and that's a cultural thing for our Spanish-speaking families. There is definitely in Hays a community divide between the public school and the private schools. Some of our other community groups would be Kiwanis, Lions Club, Rotary Club, Chamber of Commerce. Our Ministerial Alliance is very supportive, and we have the Catholic Diocese, but then also we have a big church called Celebration and many other Christian-based resources out there to tap into. And then we also have kind of our country club members that I feel like have some clout, some power that they throw around sometimes. So leadership, our city council, definitely. Business leaders, again, Kiwanis, Lions Club, Rotary, Chamber of Commerce, and Ministerial Alliance. Economic conditions, we have had some loss of employment due to COVID-19. Definitely our small businesses have struggled just the last year. They're closing due to COVID-19. We are kind of what I would consider the northwest hub of Kansas. It's the largest city in the northwest region of our state. And so we have a lot of migrant population just coming and going. We have quite a bit of lack of legal citizenship. So that's a group that we tend to focus on supporting in our schools. FHSU and Hays Med attracts very highly educated professors and doctors and nurses. FHSU and CK Tech, Hays Academy of Hair Design also brings in college-age students during the school year, and you can definitely sense that when summer is coming to an end and all of the kids arrive. And then FHSU and Hays Med definitely increases the diversity with the professionals from other countries and cultures bring that in, which is really nice to see. The political structure, I would definitely say that we've seen I think this is probably everywhere, but just with the politics and racial divide, it's just been very noticeable. The Ellis County put in a mask mandate and had a lot of lashback, and a lot of grateful citizens as well, but that's definitely a political structure that's in place. The city of Hays, we have our mayor and the city council. I would say that it's not maybe noticeable to all, but there's definitely some power that lies within Hays Post and Hays Daily, just with the social media and the comment section. And then the divide between the public school and the private school. It has been very difficult over the 15 years that I've been here to pass a school bond. And so I would say that it's somewhat of an equal power between public and private, but it definitely does affect each entity. So again, social tensions have been on the rise with a pandemic and all of the other political things that have been going on. There's been political indifference. We did have some protests, but they were very peaceful, of the Black Lives Matter. The mask mandate has also been a social tension that's been noticeable. The competition between schools and school bond issues have had some social tensions in the past. Previous community efforts, the bond election, we've had many failed attempts. And that, again, is in result of the community divide between private and public. But we have definitely tried from different angles. We've had where the board members have pushed for a bond. We've had community members push for a bond. And so we try to go at it from different perspectives, but it just seems to fail over and over again. So we've also been pushing for a new recreational facility for, it's called the Arc Park, and it would be like a splash pad and a public park, but also that it's applicable to all children. And then recently we've had a lot of public debate about our roundabouts. So that's been a community effort, but also been highly criticized throughout the community as well. So again, the power structure definitely lies within the county and city leaders, but I would say that ultimately they listen to those who are the loudest, which is unfortunate, but that's where we're at. Again, that often is from social media and Hayes Post. And then definitely that impact me and our schools would be the school board and our district leaders. So multicultural issues that we run into is definitely the language, the translation. A lot of our support systems in place don't offer translation, which is frustrating because many times those are the people who really need support and they can't get it just because they do not speak English. So within our building, some of the things that we've done is a literacy night, and we definitely celebrate the other cultures from around the world, and especially the families that represent other cultures from around the world that are within our building. We invite them and encourage them to take a leadership part in that, and we've had a lot of success with them wanting to cook their foods and share their traditions and games that the kids play. And so it's been really exciting to see those populations feeling empowered and supported. And then we also have a morning news video that we do daily, and we try to encourage our students to learn Spanish, showcase our confident students who want to share their culture. So that's been really exciting to see that flourish in the recent years. The public opinion of my school, we are a blue ribbon school, so a lot of people do think highly of our teachers, our staff, and what we stand for. We are very high achieving, but maybe what some of them don't understand is that our demographics of our school has drastically changed within the past few years. I would say when I first started, we definitely had some of the top tier families, some of those country club members that I mentioned earlier, their children came in, and we definitely have a variety of students now. Many of them come not prepared for school, and so there's a lot of catch-up work to be done. But we're very excited to take on this challenge and have, in my opinion, done a great job of modifying and changing our approach to meet the needs of our students. Our building, the structure in and of itself is falling apart, and we are in desperate need of a bond to pass. And I don't believe that everyone in our community understands this. We are also facing higher demands as staff members, but all in all, we continue to provide quality education with the limited space that we're having, the increase in student need, and the continuous cuts to our resources. And majority of that's been human resources, people there to support the students and staff. So one thing that we could do is have some community forums, spread the word through multiple avenues, which we have done, but really we just need to continue to do our best with what we have. Here are the standard correlation, relevance, and reflection. What I liked about how this correlated was that we were to really become knowledgeable of the demographics, the opinion, and the power structures within our community. That was very helpful. It's a very relevant thing for building leaders to understand this and develop positive relationships with all stakeholders and maintain open communication. And one thing that I reflected upon was that I really hadn't thought that deeply about it in the past, and so that was a nice opportunity to really think about perception and how the community would view us and maybe what they don't understand about our building and the needs that we have. So it was a very valuable module to go through. Here are my references, and I thank you all for listening. Take care.